If you're here, there's a good chance that you're sick and tired of your uncomfortable travel bag. And believe me, I know exactly what you're experiencing. I traveled the world for years with travel packs that felt borderline painful on my shoulders and back. So much so that it set me off on a quest where I wanted to find the coziest way to travel. And since then, I've reviewed over 500 backpacks on this channel. So in today's video, I'm gonna tell you what to look for in a comfortable travel bag, and just as importantly, what to avoid. And I'll let you know my absolute favorite pick at the end of the video. And a special thank you to our partner on this video, Unbound Merino. They make amazing travel clothes. I'm literally wearing their shirt right now. More information about them in a sec. But first, let's talk about what makes a travel bag comfortable. Because here's the sad truth. Not everyone's going to agree 100% across the board. And even if we did, everyone's body types are very different. So what's comfortable on me as kind of a awkwardly skinny 5'8" dude might not be the same for somebody with a completely different body type, and so on and so on. But there are recurring features that are typically considered pretty important when it comes to a comfy travel bag. So let's quickly talk about them. Feature number one, far and away the most important, are the shoulder straps. And to show you that this is not just my opinion, we actually surveyed the Nomads Nation community, of which we have thousands of full-time and world travelers. And we asked them, what is the quickest way to make your travel backpack uncomfortable? And far and away, number one was thin or poorly padded shoulder straps. So this right here is the place to start. Now, how thick your shoulder straps need to be kind of depends on person to person. So you can see for me, chunky is better. These shoulder straps are almost 1.5 cm. And it makes sense, right? It's a heavy bag. You got a lot of crap in there. This is where the weight is gonna hit you first. These other features that we're gonna talk about can help reduce that weight, but there's a reason this is far and away the number one way to make sure your travel bag is comfortable. Now, number two on the list is a little sneaky. It's this guy right here, a sternum strap. Sternum straps are ideal because it just ensures the bag isn't sagging and therefore putting pressure on your lower back and redistributing that weight more towards your chest. You don't have to get fancy with a sternum strap, it just needs to be there. And you can see the Nomads Nation community agrees, as over 78% said their travel bag needs a sternum strap. Now, number three is gonna be a bit more on the rare side, which are these guys at the top of the straps, load lifters. And similar to sternum straps, load lifters, again, are helping to redistribute the weight of the backpack. So you can tighten it and ensure that less weight is on your lower back and more is redistributed to the front of your body. For me, load lifters are an absolute must-have for any backpack that's over 30 liters. Now, the next thing is a bit sneaky, but it's actually the weight of the pack. And not everyone thinks about this right away when they're thinking about the comfort of a bag, but heavy and comfy don't always go hand in hand. So if you have the option between two bags that are the same feature sets, but one's 5 pounds and one's 2 pounds, the 2-pounder is always gonna win in terms of comfort. And the thing about lightweightness is it's not just important when it comes to your travel bag, but it's also crucial when it comes to your travel clothes, which is why I'm so honestly like a huge fan of Unbound Merino, our partner on today's video. Unbound Merino is the cream of the crop when it comes to travel clothing, especially made from merino wool. Reason being that merino wool is moisture wicking, it breathes brilliantly, it's got like black magic witchery as to where it kind of keeps you cool when it's hot out, and when it's cool out, it kind of keeps you toasty. But a couple of my favorite things about it is like it doesn't really wrinkle too badly. So like when you're packing it in your tight travel backpack, hopefully a tight, comfortable travel backpack, it can come out looking fresh, and that freshness is not just because of the non-wrinkles, the clothes just look good in general. Like when I pop my khaki Unbound travel pants on with my ox blood sweater, this hoodie right here, my favorite hoodie I've ever had, like I just get in that travel zone like right away. We're very picky about who we partner with here on Nomads Nation. It's gotta be brands that I like personally use on a very consistent basis, and Unbound Merino is definitely one of them. We put together an exclusive package just for the Nomads Nation community of my favorite travel clothes and a 10% discount code for first-time buyers. So if you wanna get down on the best travel clothes in the game, be sure to check it out with the pinned comment below. Okay, back to the backpacks. Two more important features to look for. Hip belts. Again, unnecessary on smaller backpacks, but a lifesaver on larger ones. A good hip belt will at least go around the hips and like take on a lot of the weight from the bag off your shoulders. But a great hip belt, like on an Osprey bag, will almost allow you to carry the backpack on your hips. Like you'll start walking and then the shoulder straps won't even be touching your shoulders sometimes. And that is like one of the biggest unlocks for a comfortable travel bag. Normally hiking bags get this a little bit better, but a couple of the picks we're gonna talk about also nail it. And the final feature is going to be the back panel and ensuring that it has proper ventilation. This is not directly tied to comfort, but it's tied to feeling comfortable, right? Because you don't want a super sweaty back when you're traveling from hotel to hotel. A back panel like this ensures that you have proper ventilation and airflow, which then just adds to the comfortable experience. All right, now let's go ahead and start the list of my top 5 most comfortable travel backpacks. And you're gonna wanna stick around to the end because we're gonna also show you what some of the top picks of the Nomad Nation community were on top of it. But number 1, we got this guy, the Matador Globerider. Now, this is a 35-liter backpack and it's awesome. I think it's one of the cooler travel backpacks I've ever reviewed, especially from an aesthetic perspective, because it's kind of bringing like that outdoors / hostel lifestyle backpack, but like making it cooler and modernizing it. And it's a really comfy bag. Looking at the back panel here, we've got very wide, well-padded shoulder straps, load lifters at the top, sternum strap, must have. But check this out right here. We've got an included hip belt. And I think that Matador advertises it that it can be taken off. It cannot. This hip belt is a part of the bag as far as I'm concerned. But it's a great hip belt because look at how long this guy is. As for when you wear it in the bag, it can actually fit all the way around your hips and really redistribute a lot of that weight, making it a really comfortable experience. Some other quick features that I love about this guy is the quick access stash pocket with this really stretchy material that I have grown very fond of. Handle galore. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 handles on this bad boy. 6, they keep growing. Wait, there's a lot of handles. Really impressive materials and weather resistance. And clamshell style opening with a bit of minimalist organization on the opening front panel. This is a 35-liter bag. It currently comes in 3 color options. And as of recording, it runs around 290 USD. And fun fact, every single one of these backpacks that we're gonna talk about has their own in-depth review, which will be linked in the description below. So if you want to find out more information on any of these bags, you know where to go. Next up on the list is the Tomtoc T67. And I'm not gonna lie, I get that a lot of the bags we're gonna talk about on this list are a bit on the pricier side. But honestly, you get what you pay for with a travel bag. These bags are made by some of the best brands in the world, but Tomtoc is the exception, as their bags usually come in at a pretty accessible price point. Let's talk comfort. Love how chunky these shoulder straps are. I mean, look at this padding. At this price point, the quality that's in these shoulder straps is mind-blowing. But we are missing a few things with this bag. No load lifters at the top, no hip belt, but we do have a sternum strap and a very ventilated back panel. This is just a great bag for you if you're on a bit of a budget. You don't need all the bells and whistles, AKA the load lifters and the hip belt, but you just want that chunky, beefalicious padding on the shoulder strap and the back panel. And that's what Tomtoc has given you. Like, those are the most important things. But honestly, this bag does a lot more than just be comfy. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 compression strap. And these allow you to cinch the bag down, either making it easier to fit it in like that, that bin to bring it on as a personal item or a carry-on, or you can cinch it down to be like a more streamlined day bag when you actually get to your destination. We've got a duffel style opening into the main compartment. And check out this clamshell style opening into the tech compartment. I mean, this thing is awesome. Big enough for a 17-inch laptop, plus a bit of organization on this side and the ability to get into the main compartment from the back as well. This is advertised as a 38-liter travel bag, but it definitely feels smaller, like closer to like 34, 35. It currently only comes in 1 color option and mind-blowingly only runs about 105 USD. If you want to learn more about the Tomtoc T67, check the links below for our full review. Number 3 on my list is the Bellroy Lite travel backpack. And as the name suggests, like, we're definitely going more light and more minimalist on a bag like this. That's kind of its biggest selling point, I think, is just how lightweight it is. Because a lot of these other bags are kind of heavy, yet this 30-liter travel bag is clocking in at less than 2 pounds. And it feels like a breeze on your back, but not at the compromise of other comfort features. Check out these shoulder straps. Really chunky, well padded, well ventilated. You got that sternum strap to take the pressure off your back and plenty of back ventilation as well. But again, with this bag, not all the bells and whistles, as we have no load lifters and no hip belt. But I love Bellroy bag, and this is one of my favorite travel bags for a few reasons outside of its comfort. It gives you a great quick access pocket here at the top, and another quick access pocket here on the side. The clamshell style access to the main compartment is a joy to use, and you've got a bit of organization in here, right? So you can put your packing cubes on one side of the bag, toiletry, tech pouch on the other. And I quite like this feature. Not all travel bags offer it. The ability to unclip the shoulder straps and stow them away behind the back panel. And the benefit of this feature is when you are putting the bag in the bin overhead, or maybe underneath the seat in front of you, it's just less kind of dangling and getting in the way. Now, as of recording, there's two sizes. The 30 comes in 3 color options, and the larger one, the 38 liter, comes in 2 color options. And the 30 liter costs 200 USD, and the 35 runs 235 USD. Out of all the bags in the list, this could be my favorite, but it's not gonna be for everyone. It's got its unique set of pros and cons. All bags do. And to learn more about them, just go ahead and check our full review, link below. All right, next up, we got the Osprey Fairview 40. Now, we didn't review this bag on Nomads Nation. We reviewed it on our sister channel, Gear for the Girls, which coincidentally stars my sister as the face of that channel. And she is in freaking love with this bag. And she is a world traveler, like to the 10th degree. She's been around the world a few times. And for her, comfort is priority number 1 on a travel bag. And this bag just delivers, like all Osprey bags. Like, let's just be real. Osprey could be, if not the best backpack brand in the world, just in terms of quality, innovation, and price point. Like all these things, just a trifecta into one, where you have like a backpack child. That's what Osprey does, especially when it comes to comfort. Now, I think that you could say a little bit less so with these shoulder straps. They're definitely dense and chunky, but they're not the widest. But then again, this is a woman's backpack, so the proportions of the features are meant to be a little bit smaller. We got big old load lifters here at the top. The sternum strap is great, but Osprey just takes a few things to the next level, including, like I mentioned before, this hip belt. I mean, look at how padded this is. Look at how big this is. Look at how comfortable my sister looks when she's wearing it. This is one of those hip belts that literally, like I said, is going to like lift the bag up and do most of the heavy lifting like in this area of the bod. But just as important is this. See those words in the back of that back panel? Airscape. This is Osprey's proprietary technology, where you just got this mesh divider and this like washboard back panel. And God, the airflow is hard to beat. Some of the top features are gonna be the ability to compress the front. You got a couple of external pockets, possibly good for water bottles, and clamshell style opening with some built-in compression straps. And if you're traveling with some tech, we got a side access laptop compartment with some decent protection. Not the best. Now, like we said, this is a 40 liter bag. It currently comes in 4 color options, and it runs around 185 USD. And like I said, we did a full review on our sister channel, Gear for the Girls. So if you want to learn more, be sure to check it out, link below. Finally, on my list is the Tortuga Travel Backpack Pro. I like Tortuga because they hyper focus on one thing, and that's totally awesome travel backpacks that are insanely comfortable. We got load lifters, beefy shoulder straps, sternum strap, and an included hip belt. This one doesn't cost extra, I don't think either. Like it comes included with the bag, and they're beefy. Like look at, this is that's like the size of my head. Like those are big. And brilliant ventilation. Don't get me wrong, it's a bag that's a little on the heavier side. That's kind of the one part of the comfort that I don't always dig. But here's where Tortuga takes their comfort to even the next level. As you can see on the Pro, you've got this Velcro system right here. That allows you to adjust the back panel according to your body type and your fit. So again, like talking to my sister, host for Gear for the Girls, about this bag, she loves it because she's 5'2", you know, but she can just undo that Velcro and get it to fit her body perfectly. And she also loves this bag, but so do I, right? And that's the cool thing about this system. It fits so many different body types. Comfort aside though, it's a bag with insanely good weather resistance. Also, if you're somebody who loves organization, you're gonna love this admin panel. It's gonna give you a spot for all your little knickknacks. Dual water bottle holders come very in handy. And like any modern travel backpack, it's gotta be clamshell. And I love the suitcase style opening. It's just the gift that keeps on giving. Now again, this is a 40 liter backpack. It only comes in 1 color option, and it runs around 350 USD. Full review, link below. Now, before I give you my #1 top pick, I wanna give you some of the top recommendations from the Nomads Nation community. Like I said, we sent out an email recently where we surveyed our entire audience, many of which are world travelers who have been to dozens of countries. So if you wanna be a part of these polls in the future and get exclusive access to our giveaways and discount codes and just know what's happening in the world of travel gear, be sure to sign up to the Nomads Nation newsletter, which you can do by finding this globe emoji in the description below. This one gonna be an obvious one, the Air Travel Pack 3, far and away the #1 recommendation from the community. And honestly, it was on my original list, but I had to bump one bag because I had to put the Tomtoc on there to have a more budget-friendly option as well, because this bag is freaking iconic and very freaking comfortable. We got load lifters, comfortable shoulder straps, an add-on hip belt, but it's just got a killer urban look to it. Quick access pocket here in the front, water bottle holder, quick access pocket on the side, and that beautiful clamshell style opening. Some other quick recommendations from the community. Tom Bin Cynic, definitely got a bit more of a hipster dad look to it. And it's funny because it's got like this hipster dad look that's very maximalist in terms of its pocketing, but quite minimalist in terms of its comfort. Alpaca Elements travel backpack. This is gonna be a hit or a miss. We do have the hip belt and the load lifters, but this like NASA future space fusion foaming on the shoulder straps, a lot of people, it's like a love or a hate. You're either gonna be like a big fan of it or like get this the F off me. GoRuck, more on the tactical side, and a great pick for you if you prefer a backpack where the comfort is less squishy and more like, I'm ready to go to war. Like GoRuck bags are made by ex-military guys. They're ready to survive the apocalypse. They're so well constructed and it's a different kind of comfort, like that like more like masculine, burly kind of comfort. And finally, the last bag that our community recommended crap ton of times is the Able Carry Max. Well padded shoulder straps, really nice ventilated back panel. You have the option to add on a hip belt. This is a great pick for you if you like weather resistance. And just a bag that looks good. I love Able Carry's aesthetic. The A-frame, the X-Pack, and I think that their bags are like next level comfortable. But amidst all these bags, I can only pick one. I'm gonna break my own rule and pick two. If you're ready to, splurge, cash money, let's go. Tortuga Travel Backpack Pro. Comfiest travel bag I ever used. Bit on the extra side with some of its materials and weather resistance, but it's like a mattress on your back. But if you're on a bit more of a budget, Tomtoc T67, it's not gonna be quite like to Tortuga's level, but for $105, this back panel, these shoulder straps, it's really hard to beat that price. Both bags are great in their own ways, and they all have their own unique pros and cons. And to learn more about them, just go ahead and watch these videos right here. I'm gonna leave them up for a second so you can decide which one interests you most. In the meantime, if you got any questions, be sure to let us know in the comments below. And a special shout out again to Unbound Merino for partnering with us on this video. You can learn more about them with the pinned comment. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.